Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to install the Rennline ExactFit Phone Mount on an early 911. This is the PM01.06 and it'll fit any air-cooled 911 from 1965 to 1998. Included you'll find the mount as well as a locking screw for the mount, an aluminum ball with a screw on the back of it that has nylock on the threads, a magnetic pad along with a lock nut on the back of it, and two different steel backing plates, a round one and a rectangular one for your phone. To start, we're going to use the mount and the aluminum ball and attach the two using the screw through the back of the mount in the bottom hole, and then simply threading the ball onto the screw like so. And to snug it up, grab a 14mm open-ended wrench to hold the ball and an 1/8 inch Allen key for the screw. It's a bit tricky to do, but you can manage like so. Alright, once you've got that snugged up, you're ready to install the mount to the car. And this is going to mount around the clock on a 911. You do not need to remove the clock completely, you simply need to pull it out of the dash and make sure that there's a little room between the clock and the gasket. I'm going to pull this clock out to show you what I mean, but keep in mind you don't have to pull it completely out. In order to get the clock out, I know on this car that I can wiggle it with my fingers. Some of you may be able to do the same and simply pull it out. If you can't, if the clock's really in there, we like to use a flathead screwdriver and cover both sides with masking tape so as not to damage the dashboard or your clock, and simply pry it out slowly, bit by bit around the clock. Now, once it's pulled out of the dash a bit, you're going to want to separate the clock and the gasket. Again, I'm going to pull the clock out to show you what I mean. You don't have to pull it completely out. On an early 911, if you do choose to pull the clock all the way out, just keep track of which wires were connected where so that when you put it back, everything works again. On a 964 or 993, you're going to have one simple plug on the back of that. So now this is the gasket, this is the clock. I'm going to simply pull the gasket back a bit and make sure it's fairly even all the way around the clock, because our mount is going to install around the clock between the gasket and the clock. Now, once you've got that space, and again, you do not need to remove the clock to do this. You're ready to put the mount over the clock. To do so, you're going to start at the bottom where the mount is heaviest and simply pull it apart with your fingers without the lock screw installed, obviously. Pull it apart with your fingers, get the bottom over, and then push the top over. You'll notice the mount's on the clock, and now you can snug the clock up into the dash again and position the mount just where you want it so as not to interfere with your dashboard. And now you're going to grab the locking screw and a 9/64 Allen key, and it'll install right from the bottom like so. And right before you snug it up, just get that last adjustment in there and then tighten that thing all the way up. Now, as I mentioned, the kit is going to come with a magnetic pad that has a lock nut on the back of it. You're going to slip the lock nut over the aluminum ball and then pop the pad onto the ball and fasten those two like so. And snug that up. The last piece of the puzzle is the steel plates. These are going to install either, pick whichever one fits your phone best. If you have a thin case, it'll install between the phone and the case. If you have a thicker case, you can install the pad right to the back of the case. And if you have no case at all, obviously you can install the plate right to the back of your phone using the self-adhesive. I've got mine, as I said, between the phone and the case. And once that's done, you can simply pop the phone onto the magnetic pad and you're done.